to drive, but she didn't understand call. And we were starting to wrestle with, is this thing even going to work? I mean, I'm called, you're driven.
Amen.
I don't know how well that works together. She had this great job opportunity to make a ton of money in California. We just moved to California, and she was like, Scott, there's plenty of churches in California. We can get married and move out there. Surely somebody will give you a job. I mean, she's driven. I'm called. She didn't understand. And yeah, very confident, let me tell you. Part of the problem right there. But I was in love, and I was like, God, what are you going to do? What's going to happen? And it was, just before we decided, to kind of buy the ring and put it on the finger and say, all right, we're committed. We're going to do this thing. We're going to be together forever. God started dealing with her. God started dealing with her about all this stuff, and she believed that God was wanting to change her, and she started praying about that, and she prayed, God, I want to be in your will. I want to do what you want me to do. I'm willing to let you change whatever you want to change. And when she was like to me, hey, I believe God's trying to change this in me. I'm like, yeah, you bet He is. He's speaking to you even now. Thus saith the Lord. Pray and pray now, says the Lord. I mean, I was like, yeah, you bet. He's all over it. But you know what? Let me just tell you what happened. Elizabeth, she felt God wanted this to be different in her life. And in a moment, at a youth conference, I didn't even know she had committed this to God. She went and she started praying, and God took all of that away from her. And I mean, it was miraculous. I mean, it was a miracle that rivaled the resurrection in my eyes. She was changed. And all she did is what she could do. She surrendered that will to God. And then she let God do what she couldn't do. She had to start by surrendering. I had a friend who, his wife, this is funny, before they got married, her father even said, son, I'm glad to have you as a part of the family, but you need to know you got to watch out for her in the mornings. She is just not a morning person. I mean, you better watch out. And he found out, like right after they got married, man, her daddy was right. She was just mean in the morning. And there wasn't any excuse for it. She was just mean. And one day she told him she felt like she was just mean, and God wanted to change that, and God wanted her to become a morning person. But she had been bad in the mornings and mean in the mornings all of her life. And he said, well, what are you going to do about it? And you know what she said? She said, I'm going to set my alarm clock early in the morning. I'm going to get up, I'm going to pray, I'm going to read my Bible, I'm going to write down whatever God says to me, and it's going to start to change. And you know what she did? You know, all she did, God said, I want this to be different in your life. And you know what she did? She set her stinking alarm clock. You just do what you can do. And God will do the rest. You do what you can do, and God will always come to your side and do it. What does God want to be different in your life? Come on, none of you are Jesus.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. You haven't arrived yet. There's not a person in this room that doesn't have plenty of change.
Amen.
What does God want to be different in your life? Now go. No more excuses. Just go. Just do what God has called you to do. You do what you can do, and trust God to do what you cannot do. But go. Just go. Say this with me. Say, I will do what I can do.
I will do what I can do.
Come on, say it. I will do what I can do.
I will do what I can do.
And now say, and I will trust God.
And I will trust
To do what
God
I cannot do.
to do what I cannot do.
I will trust God.
Trust God
To do what I cannot do.
to do what I cannot do.
That's all God wants. And God says to Moses, He says, now Moses, I want you to go.